Support the Duck Lord by hitting those like and subscribe buttons. Ready? On to the show. The Terminator, a sci-fi classic, a non-stop adrenaline rush, and, upon closer inspection, the most absurdly over-the-top anti-abortion argument ever put to film. That's right, folks. Behind the explosions, one-liners, and time-traveling robo-murder, this movie is really just an elaborate cautionary tale about why you should never, ever interfere with the cosmic importance of a hookup from some dude with a crazy story. Take notes, ladies. The Terminator has one mission: retroactive birth control via shotgun. He's basically a 6-foot Austrian Planned Parenthood employee with a grenade launcher, hell-bent on making sure John Connor never exists. His approach: less pamphlets, more homicide. Reese's entire purpose isn't just to protect Sarah, it's to impregnate her. That's it. That's the mission. He's a soldier, a warrior, and a one-night stand with apocalyptic consequences and Kevlar underwear. What happens if he can't rise for the occasion?
Erased from existence.
Sarah Connor is just your average clueless waitress. She spends her days being harassed by customers, getting stood up on dates, and being completely unaware that she's the most important womb in human history. Her survival instincts? Non-existent. Her awareness? Non-existent. She's basically a potato with bad 80s hair. You'd think time travel would be used for something important, like stopping wars or the Disney purchase of Star Wars. Nope. It's strictly for ensuring the most important dude since Jesus is conceived in a sleazy motel. Who knew the fabric of reality was held together by an urgent hookup? The future is at stake, and if she decides motherhood just isn't for her, congratulations, Skynet wins, and the world is reduced to a flaming scrapyard. Let's not kid ourselves. Most time travel movies are basically the same plot with a minor tweak. It's either about stopping criminals or getting laid. Sometimes both. Enter the man, the myth, the one-liner machine himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger, whose accent is thicker than the plot, appears from a time-traveling lightning ball completely naked, because apparently sending a pair of pants through time is just too much to ask. Arnie struts over to some unfortunate punks and makes his iconic demand.
I need your clothes. I'm putting them in a closet relocation program.
One murder later, he's fully dressed and ready to kill every Sarah Connor in town. Efficiency at its finest. On the other end of town, Kyle Reese also arrives from the future, and he's on a mission to save Sarah Connor and seal the deal on the single most high-stakes booty call in history. Time travel in The Terminator is basically the New Year's Eve ball drop, except instead of a shiny crystal-covered sphere descending gracefully, we get two grown men dropping their naked balls into the middle of 1984 like an R-rated fireworks show. In the end, both their balls may have dropped that night, but only one of them gets to use them. Happy New Year, Sarah Connor. Kyle Reese had one job: travel back in time, protect Potato Connor, and ensure the birth of humanity's savior. What he didn't realize? He was also about to botch the most important gender reveal party in history. Picture this: Sarah Connor, blissfully unaware that her uterus will host the leader of the resistance, and just a simple potato trying to live her life. Then in bursts Reese, a sweaty, time-traveling hobo with the energy of a man who hasn't slept in a decade. Instead of taking things slow, he immediately info-dumps her entire future. Listen, you're gonna have a kid. His name is John, and he's gonna save the world from robots. Oh, and I'm his dad. Surprise! Boom, gender reveal. Ruined. No confetti, no balloons, not even a sad little cake with blue filling. Just a car chase, a bunch of gunfire, and the knowledge that she's been volunteered for single motherhood by a man who will ghost her by dying in a few hours. Potato Connor didn't even get the chance to wonder if she'd be having a boy or a girl. Nope. Reese sped things up faster than a teenage girl with an absentee father. Instead of popping a balloon filled with blue smoke, she got a flaming truck full of Austrian murder bot. Instead of a cute ultrasound picture, she got a Polaroid of herself looking constipated. The Terminator goes old school and pulls out a phone book. Believe it or not, kids, there was a time Google didn't exist. He systematically starts hunting down every Sarah Connor in LA, executing them with the kind of casual indifference usually reserved for deleting spam emails.
Congratulations, you've been selected for termination.
After watching the news and discovering multiple Sarah Connors are dropping like flies, Potato Connor finally pieces together that maybe, just maybe, she should start worrying. And what's her big plan? She decides to go clubbing, because nothing says survival instinct like grinding on strangers while a cybernetic assassin is actively looking for you. Just as the Terminator crashes the dance party, Reese swoops in, shotgun in hand, and rescues Potato in the most terrifying way possible. He throws her into a car, speeds off, and starts ranting like a madman about robots, the future, and how she's humanity's only hope. Understandably, she reacts like someone who just got kidnapped by a lunatic. Meanwhile, back at the club, the Terminator kills innocent bystanders.
I'm killing them softly, with my moves.
For the next hour, the movie essentially turns into the longest and most explosive car chase ever filmed, because the most advanced technology known to man never heard of a sniper rifle. Reese and Potato keep avoiding the Terminator like a guy trying to ghost a crazy ex, dodging calls, switching locations, and praying she doesn't kick down the door. Eventually, the heroes make it to the police station, where the cops laugh Reese off as a raving lunatic. But the Terminator, he doesn't waste time arguing. He walks in, casually drops the legendary line,
"I'll be back,"
and then immediately drives a car through the front door like a one-star Uber driver. He proceeds to wipe out half the police force with the kind of calm efficiency that he was fresh out of fucks because
I have no fucks to give.
Potato and Reese find a moment of peace in a sleazy motel, and what better time to get down to business? Reese confesses that he's been in love ever since he saw a single blurry photo of her, because nothing says true romance like an old Polaroid and time travel-induced desperation. Cue the obligatory 80s love scene, complete with soft lighting and dramatic sweating. Congratulations, Potato. You're officially pregnant with humanity's last hope. Question, can we take a minute to reflect on the inefficiency of Skynet's plan? They built a whole time machine, but they couldn't send back 2 Terminators? Maybe mail Sarah Connor an explosive package? No, just one hulking, conspicuous Austrian man who can barely blend in at a biker bar. Cool. Great plan, guys. The action shifts to a factory, because apparently it's a universal law that all 80s movies must climax in one. Reese goes out in a blaze of glory, sacrificing himself for Potato, leaving her to finally become the badass she was always meant to be. Meanwhile, the Terminator, now reduced to just a metal skeleton, keeps coming. Even after being blown up, he still insists on crawling toward Potato like a demented Roomba.
I'm going to sweep you under the rug.
Sarah, now fully upgraded from Potato to badass, leads the Terminator into a hydraulic press and squashes him like a cheap tin can. As she delivers her final kiss-off line,
"You're terminated, fucker."
She officially earns her place in the Badass Hall of Fame.
I finally met my pressing defeat.
Sarah, once a clueless waitress, now embraces her destiny as the mother of mankind's savior. A storm's coming, and instead of running, she drives straight toward it. The message? Hookups with crazy lunatics can definitely be worth it. Does the Terminator make perfect sense? Hell no, but it is a masterpiece of sci-fi action and an insane high-stakes endorsement of letting nature take its course. The action defies physics, the time travel logic is a mess, and yet it's still one of the best things ever put on screen. That is, until the sequel. I score this 5 out of 5 killer Austrian robots. And that's a wrap. If you enjoyed this, don't just keep it to yourself. Tell everyone. Hit like, subscribe, and please leave a comment. The Duck Vader channel is like the inverse of money. It actually grows in value over time. I'll be back with another Duck Roast soon. Bye for now.